A very good evening, everybody. This is Gulf Harbour Radio, ZMH 286, Patricia and David, on what has turned out to be quite a snotty night here at Gulf Harbour. The day started off all right, but it gradually disintegrated to what we're going to have tonight is, I think, 50 knot winds, according to David, but at the moment it's not that, but it's really brewing up to the west of us here. It's currently 20 degrees. It's been 20 all day. 1011, and that is down 6 from this morning at 9 o'clock. And we've got a north wind, 5 knots, gusting 18. It's just sort of very gusty. 100% cloud cover. So it's not going to be a very good night, but it's going to be moving through quite quickly. I'll see, we got Zen again, who obviously had the engine on today. They got in, I assume, before customs departed the scene, and so that was good. Very, very well done to them both. They have done very well to get across the Tasman quite promptly in the season, so back in Southport tonight. Got a few bits of news here, but I'm going to start with Molly 2, who's about 450 miles to go to North Minerva. Are you on frequency, Molly 2? David?
Gulf Harbour, this is Molly 2. How do you copy us? Over?
Oh, much stronger tonight, actually, so that's good. I wondered what it was like. So go ahead. I see that that British boat seems to be fluctuating. 1 minute it's quite a bit ahead of you, and now it's not that far away from you to the east. But anyway, you go ahead with your report. Over.
Roger, that British boat, yes, we're almost like old friends. They tailed us in the night, then they shot off to the east, and then they came back again on course. They're out of sight now, but I believe they're not that far ahead of us. Currently, all three crew are well. Better. You can see us, I believe, on the map where we are now. We've currently got high cirrus cloud veering in the northwest, and we've had benign, fine, and almost low wind conditions today. So, over.
Well, we'll have to get you trained on a report. Well, I would do part of it for Molly 2. This was 9 minutes ago, if you believe the AIS. They were at 2908 south. I'm just writing this as I go here. 2908 south, 17508 east. And according to the AIS, they're doing 4.9 knots. I guess the engine's on if the wind's that low, and a course of 047. The GFS says it's a bit light, probably about 5, I guess, from the north. But what is your reading for the wind, David? Over.
Yes, that's pretty much precisely what we've been experiencing, and we are seeing the wind now backing slightly to the west, perhaps, but it's not really obvious yet. So the motor's still busy. Over.
Yep, all right. Well, you'll probably be pleased you went away. I see that the next high, people were thinking of going next week, but boy, a 1040 high would not be something I would look forward to, so at least you are on your way. David will probably take the microphone off me at the moment, but yes, it is backing to the west and southwest. Quite strong. Well, yes, fluctuating. I'll pass the microphone. It's beyond me what's going on there. So here's David.
Well, there's all kinds of weather out there, that's for sure. And up where Maui 2 is, I'm looking at tomorrow to give a rough idea of what to expect. And the winds are definitely shifting. It looks to me like northwest around lunchtime tomorrow. I would say 15 to 20 knots northwest. And yeah, we've got a 994 low well off to the east that's not affecting anybody. And as Patricia said, we have a high that's building that's over Australia. But by the time that next Saturday rolls around, Saturday the 16th, that high is going to be over New Zealand. And it's a monster. It's encompassing almost the entire Southwest Pacific, and it's a 1040 millibar. high. So yeah, that's one to certainly be cautious of when they get that strong. So anyway,
How about Molly 2 though?
yeah, well, Maui 2, that's Saturday. Looking at Sunday, the winds are going to pick up, it looks like, out of the southwest. And just guessing where they're going to be, but moving my cursor around a little bit. Hang on. Yeah. Yeah, it does definitely pick up. Looking at about 25 knots out of the southwest and gusts up to maybe even 30. So 25 to 30 quite possibly on Sunday at about lunchtime. So there you have it, plenty of wind to head to your destination, but unfortunately it's almost directly behind you, which if you're like us, we don't really appreciate it that much. Anyway, that's what it looks like. Over.
Yeah, Molly 2 received that, and the barometer here is 1017. Over.
Okay, well, you've only got 450 miles to go, so you should be able to use that wind. Certainly make hay while it's not dead behind you. Yeah, I hate it dead behind me. It makes you stay awake on watch, that's for sure. All right, well, sounds all good. It sounds like everyone will be all okay on board with the conditions at the moment, so you can prepare yourselves for increasing backing wind, and have a good night, David and family. Over.
Well, George, copy that, and appreciate the skid. This is Molly 2 clear.
Okay, and I haven't got anyone else on my skid at the moment. A couple of people have cancelled out of next week. Just a bit of news for you. I was reading the latest copy of the New Zealand Skipper, which is quite a useful magazine with one thing and another. And one thing of interest is that they mentioned that if you go online to nzmarine, all run together.com, nzmarine.com, you can download a updated 2025-26 Destination and Cruising New Zealand document. It's 100 pages, a lot of very lovely pictures, but it does include links to all of the regulatory requirements that have been refreshed, you know, the TIEs and the different sites, and it's got links. If you do it on the internet, you've got links to the various forms that need to be filled out for the boat and the crew and all the rest of it. So it's actually quite useful. That is nzmarine.com, and it's on the front page. It's just to download. It's called 2025-26 Destination and Cruising New Zealand. And even Vicky will be pleased to know that the ICA is mentioned in it as a resource. Another note in this magazine for those that are heading to Fiji, Suva Harbour has evidently had a bit of a clean-up, which is not before time, I might add, because it's had a lot of derelict boats and junk. You never know quite what your anchor's going to get when you drop it. But since 2024, they have collected 44 vessels in various states of decrepitness, and in fact even in the there were 24 that have been totally cleared, and a couple of them actually got repaired and serviceable again, but they've certainly made a good start to cleaning up the harbour, so that's a good sign. And the one thing that really did please me, I don't know, I'm sure a lot of you last year saw the documentary, the Sir David Attenborough documentary called Ocean, and I got really, really mad when he was showing what was happening in the Antarctic Ocean with Asian vessels. They were all Asian, even though the flags were sort of blacked out. Trying to denude the place of krill, which of course really has upset the wider marine food chain. But there is evidently an outfit called Operation Krill Wars, and it's headed by, who is it? It's staged from Victoria, and they showed a picture of a very large vessel called the motor vessel Bandero, and it's part of the Captain Paul Watson Foundation's Operation Krill Wars, which is in association with Sea Shepherd France, and they aim to challenge the industrial krill harvesting in the Antarctic waters. So things should heat up a little bit there, and it's not before time. They didn't give any site for you to go on and make a donation, but boy, I would do so, because it was just disgusting what was going on down there, and I just don't know why various governments aren't doing something about it, like our own, and Australian for that matter. So good to know that that is actually happening, that protest mission going on. I haven't got much more tonight. I'll give a call and see if anybody wants anything. This is Gulf Harbour Radio. Is there anybody wanting to join us, or ask for a radio report or whatever? Come now.
Gulf Harbour Radio, Skylark, LMA 2130.
Okay, Skylark, thank you very much for coming on, Phil, because it's always good to know what's going on at Minerva. And it looks like a bit of wind, but you must have been off the boat a bit. So what's happening in Minerva? Over?
Yes, it's been a day of various activities with people getting around, doing stuff. Quick update on the weather here. Most of the day we've had 15 to 18, approximately 200 crew, and around 20% cloud cover, mostly cumulus. Water is at 24 to 25 degrees.
Oh, wow.
Air about 25 to 26 degrees. Over.
Oh, that sounds rather pleasant, especially the water temperature. Even I would get in the water at 24 to 25 degrees. Okay, so it is a bit breezy, but nothing abnormal for the area. 15 to 18 knots from 200 true. That's interesting. I'm just going back to seeing what... yeah, it's got southeast on here, so south-southwest. Yep, 20%. Spots of cumulus, and well, that does sound very, very pleasant. 24 degrees, so no wonder you've all been getting out and about a bit. Over?
Yeah, that's right. There's been 3 wing foilers out and about today. Various expeditions with varying success to try and catch crayfish. Not too many crayfish in port at this stage.
I forgot to mention to people Pogean, who in my mind are the sort of the world's greatest experts on crayfishing in North Minerva, have written up an article of where they suggested to go, and it's on our website. It's under Flotsam. I think it's under Flotsam, but that might be worthwhile having a look at. Of course, it depends on where you're anchored, and I know you guys are in the south part of, because of the weather at the moment, the wind, but that would, unless you've already had a look at the Pagean article, that might be well worthwhile having a look at, particularly as you guys are there early in the season, so you should be having a fresh first start at finding them. So give that a thought. All right, well, thanks very much for coming up and letting us know. I think don't know whether Molly too, well, they're 450 away, and the other boat is that Sunset British boat that seems to be wandering around, but there are others ahead of them that will probably be with you guys earlier than that, so we'll see what happens. Mahia, Kintaro, Perplexity and Ocean Whisper. Thistle as well. Yeah, David has just said that there will be, according to him, lighter wind tomorrow, so that will be even more pleasant. Right through Tuesday. Wow. So surely in that period the reef will be at low tide at a decent time. So thanks for coming up and letting us know what it's like there. It's always good to check things out. Okay, anything else, Phil? Over?
That's that's all from us, and I hope that the yachts that are on passage now have a smooth sailing to here, and we'll look forward to greeting them when they arrive. Over.
Yep, that's good. All right, well, we'll keep an eye on them too. Okay, is there anybody else wanting to join us? Please call. And nothing's come through on streaming. Please use the streaming chat, you folks. It's always nice to know that people are out there, and if there's anything you want to know or just say hello to the fleet, by all means do that. Alrighty, enjoy your Friday night wherever you are, everybody, and especially the boats at sea, and we'll check in with Molly too again tomorrow night. Cheers everybody, have a good safe night. This is Gulf Harbour Radio Clear.